Lights dim, a spotlight hits center stage. Amy Suzanne, the CEO and directress of WDBG Windsor Detroit Broadcast Group and VNA Voices of North America Media and Press Guild Group, strides intent and sexily forward, a vision at 5'8", curves that command attention, her very large C-cup, almost small D-cup breasts straining against a white satin blouse, its deep V-neck unbuttoned to reveal more than ample cleavage. Over it, a short, tapered Arctic fox fur jacket hugs her frame, white and luxurious. Below, skin-tight white stretch leggings with a wide waistband cling to her legs, ending in classic white pump heels that click with every step. Her presence smolders, a blend of past allure and present power. Her voice is warm, commanding with a faint maritime lilt and a storyteller's charm. She adjusts a mic, smirks, and begins. Bonsoir, zizé, zez evening mon amies. And hello, you beautiful crowd. Name's Amy Suzanne, and I'm the CEO and directress of WDBG, the Windsor Detroit Broadcast Group, and the VNA, Voices of North America Press and Media Group Guild, as well as a card-carrying member of the Independent Press Gallery of Canada. Same as a lot of peeps you all might know, I am a card-carrying certified member of the Independent Press Gallery of Canada. Just like those awesome peeps over at Rebel News and over at True North. But right now in this here video and throughout this story, I'm being portrayed in AI artificial intel mode. I'll get into the reasons why via AI in a little bit later in this audio video journey, but for now, y'all just gotta hold on. Yeah, just hold on, because I've got a real interesting as well as entertaining story for you. One that's mine, raw and real, told my way. Picture this. A girl from the salty shores of eastern Canada, half French, half English, all fire, shaking her tail feathers under neon lights. I was that girl. A dancer, not the ballet kind, mind you, though I could have pulled that off too, but the kind that makes jaws drop and wallets open in a smoky little club. She pauses, pacing the stage, her heels clicking rhythmically, the fur jacket swaying slightly. See, I wasn't born with a silver spoon, or a microphone for that matter, but I found out later in life I was, born with a silver spoon, a trust fund baby like Trudeau or Britney Spears. But that's another story I'll get into later. All you gotta know now is I rarely ask for anything from that trust fund stash and pay my own room and board, earn my own way through life, 'cause it's too hard anyways. Just like it was Britney to pull long paper out. Anyways, fam, let me continue. I grew up where the wind howls off the Atlantic, where folks work hard and talk straight. I've always had a knack for spinning a yarn, though. Probably got that from my maritime blood. Words just flow, like the tide. But back then, I wasn't here to talk. I was there to move, dancing semi-nude on the titty club circuit as an exotic dancer while doing it all in the raw and real to pay my way through law school. And move I did. Through law school, one sequin G-string at a time. The audience chuckles. She winks, adjusting her blouse slightly, the satin catching the light. Now, don't get me wrong. That life, it paid the bills. Put me through those dusty law books and late-night study sessions, but it wasn't me. Not the whole of me, anyway. I was dual citizen, dual-natured, Canadian grit, American hustle. Spoke English mostly, but I'd toss in a mon Dieu or c'est la vie when the mood struck. Still do. Keeps folks guessing. She leans forward, conspiratorial, her cleavage subtly emphasized as the jacket parts. Then came Vinny D. Picture a war vet. Scarred, gruff, twice my age, with eyes that had seen too much and a heart that still beat for something good. Vincent Edward Parker de Repentigny, which is pronounced like this, da ra Pontigny, adoptive godson of the late, great Lou Gordon. You Detroit folks know that name, don't you? WKBD's Lion of the Airwaves. Vinny was cut from that cloth, rough around the edges, sharp as a tack. Friend of Charlie LeDuff, too, the wild man scribe. Hey, fam, check it. Your girl's about to flip this script my way. Keepin' every damn thought and meanin' locked in tight, but spittin' it raw and real like a gangsta-talkin' ex-stripper chick from the D, like my ol' man through being around his Detroit-raised ass taught. Or as some say, schooled me how to speak it and bring it like that, even though I'm not from the D, like he is. I can sling it that way with the best of those who are. Detroit, baby. With a lil sexy French East Canadian Maritimes twist slid in there. I ain't trying to flex like them fake-ass independent media clowns sittin' pretty in their cushy studios, frontin' like, look at me, I'm the dopest talkin' head ever, See me self-glorifying with this VIP I'm with ain't I the greatest? You know, look at this big shot peep, this talking head is with peep who I'm vibing with. Nah, Amy's a real one and she's not into all that selfie-glorifying bullshit. Fuck that. Amy's keeping it 100, laying it down real for y'all so you can feel the real me, the one connecting with real folks like you. I'm dropping this in my Detroit gangsta flow. Mixing in that slow, sultry French vibe, pronouncing them words all sexy like so y'all English speakers can catch it, flip it, and ride with it. Let's roll. Yo, listen up. Who's crazy enough to chase a fucking story straight into the fire and back, huh? My old man, Vinny, that's who. He's legit blood from the de Repentigny. Say it with me, fam, de Repentigny and Lycra crew, straight out of old France, real talk. Picture this shit. The King of France blessed him with a fat-ass seigneury, land grant, y'all. Over 200,000 acres, mon Dieu, that's wild. That chunk was more than half of Michigan's Upper Peninsula and a big old slice of what's Ontario now. But back in the day, in old New France, they called it Huronia. Yeah, that's Michigan and Ontario today, so fucked up, eh? They even got a bronze statue of his however many greats granddaddy, Louis de Repentigny, chillin' in Brady Park, right by the Sioux Locks on the Michigan side of Sault Ste. Marie. Go scope it if you're in the hood. Fam, there's a little plaque on a rock spilling all the tea too. But hold up, shit gets dark, tragique, yo. After them French and Indian wars, New France was toast, finito, just a ghost story. Louis's ancestor peeled out from the land grant, and while he was MIA, a whole gang of squatters rolled in, setting up shop, building cribs and all that. Fast forward, Louis's gone, and Vinny's people, his descendants, dig up the papers like, oh shit, this ours. They drag it to federal court, trying to scrap with the United States, because in some old-ass treaty, baby USA swore to them Frenchies they could keep their land, their lang, that's language, y'all, and their religion, sacre bleu, you feel me? But here's the fucking twist. While they was ghost, them squatters moved in, built businesses and shit all over the old Da Repentigny claim. And yo, it's the damn Civil War when Vinny's fam finally steps up to fight it in court. Didn't help they had the Secretary of the Confederate States as their lawyer, some fool who couldn't even show face in D.C. to spit their case. Meanwhile, the USA had Daniel Webster, some smooth-talking shark, holding it down for him. Long story short, mes amis, Louis and Vinny's squad got fucked. Them Fed judges back then? Crooked as hell, like the ones trying to nail Tamara Lech and Chris Barber in them trucker convoy cases up in Canada now. Tabernacle. They didn't want to boot all them squatters, mostly English-talking heads, so they hit them with some weak-ass excuse. Y'all didn't improve the land. Improve it? Koi the fuck is that? Back then, they wasn't slinging skyscrapers or fancy shit. What they had was log forts, cabins, and trading posts, and Vinny's people damn sure built that. But nah, them shady-ass judges ruled against them, just to keep them squatters cozy. Even though Fed law and the Constitution said they should have got it back, they got played. That's the real shit on my old man's fam, y'all. Vinny came up in the Detroit, baby, and all that history aside, that dude was at the time same as he is now my whole damn world. Point final. There it is, fam. Straight up Detroit gangsta with that French maritime sauce, served hot by your girl like I'm holding sit down in the club. How's that hit ya? Vinny was my everything, full stop, for a min, but let's roll again. Vinny was anchor when I didn't know I needed one. She straightens, her voice softening, running a hand along the fur trim. Met him one night after a shift. I was counting tips, smelling like cheap perfume and cheaper whiskey when he slid into the booth across from me. Didn't leer, didn't judge, just said, "Kid, you're too damn smart for this." And that was it. He saw the Amy beneath the glitter. Took me under his wing, then into his life. Married me, eventually, though I made him work for it. She grins, then gestures broadly, the leggings accentuating her confident stance. Vinny didn't just pull me out of that club. He handed me a ladder, showed me I could climb higher than those 6-inch heels ever took me. Law school led to media led to power. Now, I'm the CEO of WDBG, Windsor Detroit Broadcast Group, merci beaucoup, and directrice of VNA, Voices of North America Media and Press Guild. Got my card with the Independent Press Gallery of Canada, too. Turns out I didn't just dance my way through life, I talked my way to the top. She pauses, her gaze sweeping the audience, heels planted firmly. But here's the kicker. I'm still that maritime girl at heart. Still the one who can hold a room, tell a tale, make you laugh or cry or both. Vinny's my rock, my vet, my homeboy. And me? I'm Amy Suzanne, ex-dancer, current dreamer, forever a storyteller. So, Miss Chairs, what's your story? Because I've got a mic and I'm all ears. She smirks, drops the mic with a flourish, and strides off stage, the spotlight lingering on her white-clad figure as the lights fade to black. I'd like my audience listeners to know in this spiel of mine and this video broadcast, I've tweaked a few things because that's me. Feel my vibes? This version of this script, my scriptwriter wrote, and I'm laying down for ya in my own kinda unique, different than most independent media's way of bringing it, keeps the narrative intact while incorporating the detailed physical description and attire into the stage directions and subtle actions, enhancing Amy's striking presence without disrupting her storytelling flow. I know ye feeling the vibes, and most, if not everyone who's real like me, appreciates my tweaks, my honestly in the way I'm bringing it to ya. Let me know if you'd like further tweaks. Okay, now, Amy returns to stage and says to audience, "Me bad. Where the fuck did I think I was going walking off on you all? Damn, I'm acting like some bubblehead, shit for brains. Bubblehead blondes like that girl in Scarface that married Tony Montana, lol. Anyways, peeps, I wanna, as was my original fucking intent tonight, to tell you all about my little road trip and adventure I had in Detroit. Where I went, because one day when I got home, my old man Vinny D wasn't there and broke wide, not telling me jack about where the fuck he was. Save for some childish-looking note, he scribbled with the letter USA and arrow pointing west under it, and that he'd try to call. Then Amy Suzanne tells her audience she's got to sit down for this one in order to tell it, right? And starts telling her story, the store below. Now I'm going to start telling you guys out there in the audience there's the continuation of this story where I, Amy Suzanne, returns to the stage with her bold, unfiltered energy, addressing the audience as she knows is required to continue deeper into a really interesting, entertaining, and educational story, not only about her and her past or her old man and fucking life, but very, very much more about some real down and dirty, in the D, happenings that you all just need to know and move your asses to do something and to do all that. There I'm going to be settling in to narrate her, which is or was Detroit road trip and big-time polyspeak corruption story prompted by Vinny D's mysterious disappearance. I've kept her voice consistent, raw, charismatic, and laced with her maritime flair, while setting the stage for her adventure tale. The stage is dark for a moment, then the spotlight snaps back on as Amy Suzanne struts back out her 5'8" frame commanding attention in her white Arctic Fox fur jacket, satin deep V-neck blouse barely containing her ample C-cup, almost D-cup cleavage, skin-tight white leggings, and classic white pump heels clicking sharply. She grabs the mic, smirks, and dives in with a fiery edge. "Me bad, me chairs. Where the fuck did I think I was going? Strutting off on you all like that? Damn, I'm acting like some bubblehead, shit for brains blonde, like that chick in Scarface who married Tony Montana and couldn't find her ass with both hands." She laughs, shaking her head. Anyway, peeps, I wanna, shit as was my original fucking intent tonight, tell you all about this little road trip I took. An adventure, Vermont, down in Detroit. So buckle up, cause I fucked up the exit last time, but I'm back now, and we're going somewhere good. She pauses, pacing, then stops, grinning at the crowd. See, it all started when I got home one day, kicked off these heels, ready to crash, and my old man Vinny D wasn't there. Broke wide, not a damn word about where the fuck he'd gone. All I got was this childish-looking note he scribbled, USA in big letters, an arrow pointing west, and some bullshit about how he'd try to call. Try to call? Mon Dieu, Vinny, what's that supposed to mean? I'm married to a war vet, not a fucking treasure map pirate. The audience laughs. She smirks, then drags a stool center stage, plopping down with a dramatic flourish, crossing her legs so the leggings catch the light. All right, I gotta sit down for this one. Gotta tell it right. She leans forward, mic close, voice dropping into a storyteller's rhythm. So there I was, staring at that note, thinking, Vinny, you crusty old bastard, what have you gotten yourself into now? He's twice my age, tough as nails, godson of Lou Gordon, homeboy to Charlie LeDuff, but he's got this habit of pulling Houdini shit when I least expect it. And me? I'm not the sit-at-home-and-knit type. I'm Amy Suzanne, dual citizen badass, ex-dancer with a law degree and a media empire. So I said, fuck it. Grabbed my keys, threw on this jacket, yeah, this one right here, and hit the road west from Windsor, straight into Detroit, looking for my man. She leans back, smirking, letting the tension build. Now, Detroit ain't exactly a fairy tale. Grit and guts, just like Vinny. I figured if he's pointing west with that arrow, he's either chasing some old war buddy's ghost or stirring up trouble with Charlie LeDuff for a story. Maybe both. So I rolled into the Motor City, tires humming, ready to track him down. And let me tell you, mes amis, what I found there? Shit, that's a story worth sitting for. You ready? 'Cause I'm just getting warmed up. She grins, adjusts her jacket and settles in, the spotlight tightening on her as the audience leans forward, hooked. And's Amy Suzanne, that's me. Folks start sliding her little smoking hot self into telling this little but oh so real, under the eye, story about her experience in Detroit, the Motor City, a place most females from Canada, especially one looking all white like her, are scared shitless to go walk around the streets of, and she continues speaking. All right, check this. Fam, y'all leaning in, ears perked, ready to catch this heat. It's your girl, Amy Suzanne, that's me, boo, sliding up all slick like smoking hot and serving looks. Peep this tale I'm about to drop. I'm rocking the flyest fits, working this AI vibe like it's my pole back in the day, spinning truth for y'all. So, let me take you to the Detroit Motor City, baby, where the grit's real and the streets talk back. Most chicks from up in Canada, especially a white girl like me looking all fresh-faced, be shaking in they boots to even step foot there, scared to strut them blocks. But not me. Now I rolled through, eyes wide, heels clicking, and what I peeped, corruption so thick you could cut it with a switchblade. So stay locked, 'cause I'm about to break it down, how I danced through the chaos and uncovered the dirt they don't want you to see. Let's roll, fam. Next scene's coming. All right, fam. It's your girl Amy Suzanne, straight out of the Detroit, baby, coming in hot like I used to work that pole, dropping it low and making 'em beg for more. I'm that chick, the ex-stripper turned gangsta queen who flipped the game, went from shaking it for tips to slaying it in law school, then locked down a fine-ass man and popped out my lil 5.5-year-old princess, my mini-me. Now, some days I'm out here playing mama bear to a whole crew of badass media hustlers who rolled up with us at the Voices of North America Media Guild. I'm the big boss now, CEO of this media empire, stacked with real ones. My ride-or-die Vinny D, Andy Lee, Chris Dacey, and wild cards like DJ Carlos from the 613, the Chad, and that Pulitized and Emmy-winning wild man himself, scribe Charlie Royale reppin' the 313. Forget sitting on my ass, chasing clout with them thirsty YouTube and Twitter wannabes acting like they media royalty. I ain't got time for that self-glorifying bullshit. Nah, I'm stepping out of my back office grind for the pure thrill and real talk, serving it up to y'all raw and uncut. I'm snatching the mic solo today, no fake vibes, no filter. Just me and this raspy-ass stripper voice that's seen some shit, rolling deep with my day one crew, keeping it a hundo, you feel me? I'm about to set this shit ablaze, then one of my people's gonna slide in smooth and drop more heat for the next hit. Check this. Over at WDBG, we ain't playing. Small, nah, we leveling up with that futuristic AI sauce. They whipped up a digital Amy, pulled straight from my real-life glow-up, those gritty flicks and that husky tone I sling, taking your girl from young dime-piece hustler to the seasoned boss bitch I am now. And it ain't just for kicks, fam. There's a damn good reason, so stay locked in. Some of y'all might be side-eyeing me like, why she coming this hard? Well, grab a seat, 'cause I'm about to break it down nasty. Me and my lil tuck queen Andy Lee, we out here dodging Antifa clowns, them fake-ass anti-hate posers, and every grimy hater trying to take us down. These fools ain't just talking smack, they pulling up in cars, trucks, and slinging Twitter venom, trying to erase us off the map. So I'm switching the hustle, masking my face, trading that two-tone blonde for something low-key, keeping it slick so they can't clock me or my baby girl. Ain't nobody trying to catch hands or worse over this chaos, you dig? But don't sleep, I'm still that chick, stamped and certified, holding it down like the boss I was born to be. Picture me flexing from the VIP, talking about myself in third person like I'm the damn show, but it's all me, no chaser. I'm a legit card-carrying queen of the independent press gallery of Canada, moving like a shadow so they can't pin me down. They might peep the curves and the grind, but they ain't catching the full shine unless they look past the TNA. You feel me? So now that I've dropped that realness, let's shake off the drama and turn this shit up. We rollin' deep, fam, me, my crew, and y'all, my ride or dies. Let's get it crackin' Detroit style. You know how we do. Time to crank the heat and leave 'em all cravin' more. Let's go. I've recently returned from a road trip to the Big D. My man went missing in action, and after he didn't return for a few days, I broke wide out of Ottawa, the national capital of Canada, where he and Ive, and drove the 500 or so miles to the D to find him and peep out some shit there he told me about. You know, like, look at the hood he was raised in, and like, look for him round there because he was a missing, and all he left me was a damn note on the bathroom mirror and a pack of squares. You know what my man calls smokes. On the bed where I lay my head when I cash and crash for 4 the night. The note had the letters with a USA with an arrow pointing west on it and some scribbed ass shit. He can't cal too much, kinda. He's a riding with some peeps ain't into talking on phones round him. And the addendum words, I'll try to call you baby when I hit a good spot for me to find instead of him when I dragged my ass home the other day. So, just hand around for a min, folks, and keep your eyes on the screen. This here, no matter where you're from, gonna get really interesting and entertaining. You all gonna love it, right through to the end. Anyway, it's about this lady and her journey to the D. You know, my little old journey and me, your host through it all. And this show, little old me and my 109 pounds of half French English, smoking hot self and mouth. You know, one of those lil mamas like Andy Lee that old Trudeau and his clowns think are biggest threats to humanity? Yeah, lil ol' me, Amy Suzanne, many say of me Suzanne. She's like super hot, 41 years old, but some would mistake her for less than 30 years old. So, and she's always wearing these rocking and classically pleasing form-fitting outfits. You know, like this white one, you know, this sexy white outfit. I got on rights now in this winter, and on this road trip, I was wearing this short, white, furry jacket, Fox. This white fur jacket you're seeing me in now, because it's fucking cold in the 313, and even colder in the 613. You feel me, fam? I like to wear my white attire, open Q-bit in the front with a shirt or deep V-top that's showing, well, let's just say a few of my God-given womanly blessings, you know. You know, if you a woman got you a decent set of tits, a rack, big chest, like a lot of cleavage, I guess, show it the hell of, as it's one of your best tools, or even ATR times weapons. And if a girl's got a nice tight package behind, strap that down in tight white pants, Lycra, maybe. And like when I was in the D today on this show, in order to help you all visualize, I was wearing classic white pump high heel shoes. White ones. Classic, you know? I don't know, back in the day, the Amy Suzanne you see often didn't wear much else but her birthday suit and the shoes. But you're going to learn about that there later on in this show. How that works in snow, but whatever. So, it starts with her driving this yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe. Yep, a yellow 1975 Lincoln Town Coupe, a Continental Town Coupe, a Continental Detroit Coupe in 1975. Yeah, that sounds right. She's driving her yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe down some snowy street in Detroit. Light snow, not a blizzard or anything. There's a black fence, wrought iron, by a lightly snow-covered cemetery on the driver's side of. I don't know why that matters, but it's there. Then she drives up to this fancy black wrought iron cemetery gate. Woodmere Cemetery, I think. It's got like French vibes. 2 big French-style gray stone buildings and a curvy black gate at the top. Does that make sense? Yep, that's me, dressed all in white as I described, flashing lots, odd cleavage, and sitting inside the yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe car. You see her driving that 5,600-pound Detroit-made rolling steel beast of a Lincoln Continental Town Coupe in this scene. Oh, and her chest again, 'cause the jacket's open. And you'll see her, she's looking at a map or paper or something, trying to figure out where the fuck she's going. I don't know how she holds it and drives this huge built-in Detroit beast, this yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe, but she does, as she always does. You know, like she were driving a Vet or a damn GT40. Then she stops this huge yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental of hers at a certain grave, gets out. Oh, you hear and see the Lincoln's driver's side door open and that ding-ding sound, I guess. Your girl, Amy Suzanne, steps out her Continental, and she's all prepped, geeked up to complete her mission of D-Day straight up gorgeous and stuff. And then, almost suddenly, with the quickness of the fox, you can see her backside in those tight pants, swaying like she's trying to seeps away the snow with the swish and wiggle the air from her ass when she walks. She's, an expert at doing that with her tightly packaged behind. Ever since the old days in a lifestyle, she once lived to pay her hotel fare and school and for all the shit a momon need to bumo and paint herself right for the days and nights, and once she steps a high hell toe into the snow at first. Initially hesitant, wearing those classic white high heel pumps 'cause of the snow in her heels. So me, baby. Ol' Amy, she asks herself, does snow ruin white high heel pumps? I dunno, she thinks to herself, but you know ol' Amy Suzanne, and this girl who's feeling all fresh, smooth, and smokin' hot self. She says, fuck it, I'm on a mission from God, walks through the snow of the graveyard anyway, all feminine and wiggly, like swinging her ass across the snow, like she's always a-doing, snow or no damn snow. She gets to this flat gravestone, kneels down, oh, there's light snow on the ground, and puts a red rose on it. Where'd she get the rose? From inside her white fur jacket. Maybe y'all didn't catch that move from a girl who's always strapped and prepared for most shit like some adult version of a damn Girl Scout, or at times strapped up like a RAL one going into a damn battle zone when this girl's got the vibes. And then as she's standing there all in white short fur jacket, with her high heels and tights, standing on the snow before that grave, she talks. First time there's sound. She says something. There's not a soul around, save for a few deep down under the hallowed Detroit dirt she's standing on. And then she just blurts it out, after all she's there and big guy in the sky probably a-watchin'. So Amy says, like my old man told me you'd be here, and now that I'm here with ya, and even do, I've ever knew ya. I guess I'm supposed to say something, but us blondes, I am having a time of it to remember what the hell of it was he told me to say to ya at times like this. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all like this. And here's what he had told me I should say when visiting ghosts, lying a-down lone and prone like ye is under there, and I jured him say on many occasions to others lying there like you, this here, plain and simple. So I should say that same thing to ya too. And here it is. Pick this up as I lay it down, Mr. Ghost. I'm here a-paying respects ta. In a minute, brother. It's cold, and I did my thing, whoever you are under there. Gotta do other stuff now, so I'm leaving you here forever. Sorry you're dead. I'll pray for you, but I got shit to do in Detroit. See ya, brother. Then she walks past the gravestones, walking through the snow lying on the ground back to her yellow 1975 Lincoln Town Coupe back, swaying again, plops into her yellow car, and drives off. That's it. Oh, and the only words in the whole thing are Amy Suzanne at the start, maybe on the screen, and her talking at the snowy grave. The rest is silent. Can you figure that out, peeps? Ol' Amy's sitting now in her yellow 1975 Lincoln Town Coupe and thinking to herself, I'm kind of lost here. So what's going to be run by ya again is basically another way of saying it twice. This is in the words. Amy Suzanne, the one you all rolling with through all this morning here? Yeah, for all you not paying attention in the back of the room, maybe stop using your eyes, look at my tits and ass so much, and start using more of your ears and brain. You feel me? Anyways, wantin' you all to lay back and kind of visually imagine me, the lil' only 109 pounds little ol' me, Amy Suzanne. His here, tiny and tightly packed little woman who de-hats some wallowed consider one hell of a woman, and an image of a yellow. Yup, a huge antique yellow 1975 Lincoln Town Coupe pushing down the road through the snow driven by a smoking hot crazy white girl like your little ol' Amy. Then a snowy graveyard. Visualize this here, once upon a time on a cold and lithely snow-covered ground day. Amy Suzanne, a 41-year-old, very smoking hot sexually in appearance, wearing a short white Arctic fox fur jacket with a deep OV opened button-up blouse, revealing her more than ample breasts and cleavage, and white skin-tight Lycra-fitting tights and classic white wearing high-heel pumps. In her yellow 1975 Lincoln Town Coupe, And yeah, she's in that yellow, same as always, yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe as it drives down a lightly snow-covered Detroit four-lane street. You can see a wrought iron fence to the cemetery as she drives by, that black wrought iron fence visible for almost a block. As she drives her yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe, and can be seen her through her passenger side windfowl of this yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe intro scene, then leads her in the car to the entrance of Woodmere Cemetery, very French provincial-looking entrance gate, situated with two gretstone buildings on each side of a black wrought iron curved at the top gate to Woodmere Cemetery. Then, Amy drives the yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe down a lightly snow-covered road for a bit in her yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe. You can see her driving inside the yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe car, her, as well as her more than ample cleavage and breasts, in plain view through the open and white Arctic fur jacket, as she looks at a map or paper in the direction of the viewer, to find directions from the paper or map to the particular grave in the snow-covered cemetery she's looking for. Then she stops at a snowy grave site, steps out of the yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe car. You hear car do of the yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe opening and ding of a car door opening. Amy steps out of the yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe car in her full, beautiful, feminine glory. You can see the angelic form of her ass shape by her tightly clinging to it. White Lycra leggings, she looks down, hesitant to walk through the snow in her classic white high-heel pumps, but then sun shining on her top of my pushed-forward breasts and cleavage, which, as usual with Amy, you know, my kind of flashin' it with tits that protrude from under the white fur jacket so that they're noticeably seen through the white fur jacket's unzipped front. 'Cause if a girl's got it, you know an ospom rack, it's there for 3 reasons. The first is because the good Lord wanted that rack attached to ya. The second, because they're there to feed your babies. And the third is to be proud od them and full just prominently but nout bare naked vulgarly to D-world. Ya feel me, girlfriends. I then builds up my courage, starts walking buttocks swaying, oh so femininely, from side to side through the snow-covered cemetery ground as she walks to a grave where she kneels down on the snow-covered ground, places a red rose from under her coat on a flat tombstone, with the tenderness of the lightly flowing snow flages covering the snow-covered cemetery ground. Yup, snow-filled ground, and by the headstone she stops and utters the words, "My old man said I'd find you here, and for me to be tellin' ya in a minute, brother. So, like, it's cold out here, but I did my bit whoever you be lying under all that snow and that stone, so I gotta do other shit. So this girl's gonna walk through the snow again and leave you be here for eternity. Sorry you here lying under all that ice, spow, and hallowed Detroit dirt, and I'll pray for you. But gotta be doing some other shit while in here in the D. So see you later, brother." Whereupon Amy Suzanne walks back to her yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe, plops her existently endowed, beautiful, angelic self into the driver's seat of her yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe, and drives away in her yellow 1975 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe. Then next day, as this guy's gonna say, here's what went down.
Aight, check it, fam. Straight out of the D, Detroit, Michigan, you dig? We talking about one of them French descendants rolling through, tied back to the OGs who dropped the first flag in this joint way back. Now, some of y'all brothers out here probably out there eyeing her fine lil bodden self, some maybe even a-thinking, man, what it'd be like to, stake a claim on that gorgeous white girl beauty and vibe. Yeah, I'm talking about that Chris Rock energy that I'm feeling some of ya all watching this amongst y'all are as you looking at this fine, Lyle-smoking hot woman that are subconsciously saying, wow, what brother in their right mind wouldn't wanna plant the flag like it's a damn moon landing? But we here at WDBG are gonna be keeping it PG for the YouTube overlords, you feel me? Ain't no X-rated conquests here, just some funny-ass daydreaming about tapping that French frosting on the Detroit cake, wink wink. But real talk, this chick ain't handing out no backstage passes to the goodies. Nah, she's serving up something better. The story, you heard? If y'all had stayed awake in history class stead of chasing skirts or smoking something, you'd know Detroit kicked off in 1731 with some French cats and First Nations homies paddling canoes, setting up shop at what they called Da Trois, Fort Pontchartrain, for the slow ones in the back. Fast forward a few centuries, and this fine-ass specimen of a woman, a product of that French First Nations mix, just slid back into the D to scope shit out. For those of you all who missed her, she was there in the 313 peeping the good, the bad, and the ugly her old man warned her about, trying to see how the crew's holding it down in the 313. Back in the day, her kinfolk, like Charlie LeDuff's people, started this lil village hustle, trying to stack some coins. Now, it's a whole damn metroplex, blown up big. But for some of the homies still posted up, it's a straight-up trap, a mess of janky social services and greasy hustles. If the bigwigs don't tighten up, some real ones in Detroit gonna hit the concrete face first, fam. Enter Amy Suzanne, big dog at WDBG's Metro Windsor Detroit Broadcast Group and VNA's Voices of North America Media and Press Guild. She rolled down from Ottawa, Canada's capital, bringing that sassy French fire to the Motor City. This chick? She's the truth. Sexy as hell, sharp as a blade, and loud as a motherfucker. She dropped this tale on us a couple days back, broadcasting it live while she was kicking it in the D, fearless as fuck. Fresh off that Ottawa trucker convoy freedom fight, she hauled her fine, fiery, half-French, half-English self down here to see the big D with her own eyes. Shit her man Vinny D and his recently passed ride-or-die Italian G Mario and another homie boy and friend of her man's that you all might know, or if in you don't know should. And that guy, my friends, is Detroit's finest story and truth-teller, the one remaining last real reporter left in the D. Or maybe the last remaining real reporter on the planet who yun should know. And MT friends, that's sure enough Detroit's own Charlie LeDuff, who Amy Suzanne also learned a lot about the D from, via his NBN No Bullshit News, and another fine honey over on 9 Mile at Fox 2, named Stephanie Meade, that this fine-ass French girl Amy Suzanne y'all gonna hear from in a few heartbeats away, and we gonna show you more as soon as I get done running my mouth in this intro. I've mentioned those two Detroit personalities because this girl, the girl I'm schooling you all up on, our Amy Suzanne admires and respects via Stephanie's weather and Twitter reports educated her on. Now fam, peep this. You're gonna catch her on some icy-ass Detroit street, spitting this raw, real-deal story in her badass, no-filter style. Tight-ass package, hot as hell, telling it straight, no chaser. That's Amy, fam, dropping the whole damn truth, ad-libbed and uncut, just how it goes down in the 313, by a beat-up building, as the frigid wind blows, and both her gorgeous two-toned blonde hair, hazel green eyes as always shining bright. While she was here in the D, and for the 2 days she roamed around scoping and casing out the Ville in her classic old-school Bumble, gleaming yellow-shaded old-school classic Lincoln Town Coupe, which my friends, believe it or not, is actually the same one that Nicky Barnes originally bought back in the day for his woman that Amy now owns. Yup, the same one Nicky's bottom bitch used to grip and slide around the Big Apple in, yup, now our Amy Suzanne owns. This chrome mountain of rolling Detroit designed and manufactured steel, and our smoking hot lil French and English dual citizen lil honey Amy Suzanne, our WDBG and VNA, female CEO, and WDBG big boss, now owns and drove around town during the 2 days she was in the D, while she was all decked out, flashing her stuff, and sporting a tight white Arctic fox fur jacket over a sexy white blazer, showing off her stunning figure and bold cleavage, paired with classic white high heels, and after she stained her white blouse getting high with a couple of her old man's hummus, the first day she was in the 313, she slipped into a black silk blouse, having the same damn stunning and teasing the eye and audience outfit. 'Cause she's tough yet super feminine, in a way that make most men desire her, and probably quite a few females will at first glance jealously judge by the cover of her look and want to say crude and rude shit about her gorgeous, well-endowed, smoking hot lil spinner bod, and down to her cuticles smoking hot attired look that grabs everyone's damn attention with the fucking quickness. All right. Fam, listen up and catch this flow as I break and lay it down for y'all, straight Detroit style, no cap. This whole raw vibe we dropping on you this morning kicked off when Amy, our girl, got hot as hell, pissed to the max, 'cause her main man Vinny D peeled out from that great white north, Trudeau's China da that be Canada, and off into the States to go personally deal with some of day peeps she gonna be describing in this here. So he hooked up with some old-school Italian G's in Philly he met back in the day. He was supposed to cruise north to the Great Lake Winter Wonderland, you know, to give a couple of wannabe media peeps running their mouth about some of his and our friends, you feel me? But Vinny, that slick cat, the one who, even though raised in the D, that old Charlie LeDuff still calls Ottawa Vinny, or Vinny D. Limousin, got caught up and sidetracked off his planned mission when one of them old G Italian fam passed. Natural causes, not that street heat death, nah, mean. So he flipped a quick 180, rolled south to where his boy was laid out, leaving Amy high and dry in the big D, no clue where her man was at. Y'all know how it go with them real ones Vinny ride with. Phones, that's a no-go on a mission, fam. So Amy ain't no shit, lost as hell, till Vinny hit her up from some dusty-ass payphone. When they linked back up, she said, fuck it, and stayed in the D, scoping out the streets where her old man grew up. She did the damn thing, hit Delray, rolled down Verner Highway, even swung by Woodmere Cemetery to nod respect to some ghosts she ain't never met, but Vinny put her on to. Then she crashed out, woke up, saw this wild-ass story Charlie LeDuff dropped about all this mess and said, I'ma bring it to the people. She got her fine self out there shooting this video, keeping it real and raw like she always do. With all that 109 pounds of straight up and in the real and raw steamroller energy this here girl was born with, fam. Here she go, lil' chick gonna shout all this here out to ya all from the D, while she flexing that God-given glow, making them salty, stuck-up haters, you know them jealous types who can't stand a bad chick who ain't them, grumble and bitch non-stop. She holding more heart and hustle than them lazy, big-backed fools chillin' in plush studios, talking noise but doing nada. Amy bringing that old-school Detroit flavor, schooled by her man Vinny and his boy LeDuff, who got it straight from the legend, Lou Gordon, R.I.P., Detroit's realist, teaching Vinny how to grind this game proper back when he was a shorty. She got the guts, the fire, that sexy lil' French spinner vibe, hitting the streets, throwing it in your face just enough to make you feel it. She got these wannabe G's, them cats who think they runnin' shit, stuttering and tripping over they own kicks when she roll through the big D, where the real ones stack deep. Most of y'all in this morning crew with any damn sense gon' vibe with me on this? No question, L. Admire her instantly for her courage to do it, like she's doing it, and she got that sharp, street-smart hustle in her bones, all enhanced like by what old Vinny and Charlie in their own ways schooled her. Y'all know? The kind of real-deal smarts that ain't just book-learned but God-gifted. She's keeping it 100, no fake, no cookie-cutter, ad-lib fucking in the raw and real in this here, so listen up. As she tears apart and dispenses with all the bullshit, with enough street-smart old-school class and with enough down the pavement, concrete truth and grit, and a special sort-ah willpower and grace to flex that natural beauty and brain power she was born with. And she's got that grown-ass woman strength to pull it all together, you dig? And to put it all out there and pull it off effortlessly like only a real smart and wise old G-bitch, such as she was schooled to be and do can. You all feel me? I sure no hope you the hell to cuss without any further talking, running my mouth, or further ado. Here's the girl I've been telling you all about, the one, the only, and the raw and real, Amy Suzanne, who's a-gonna lay it out for you all to pick up as she rolls it out and lays it down.
All right, fam, it's me now being your very own news girl, Amy Suzanne, coming at ya. And bringing it to you live from the D Detroit, baby, where the streets are cold, the hustlers are real as fuck, fam. And me, baby, let me hip ya to some shit most ain't even peeped yet. Before I tamed and locked down my old man, I was shaking it on the circuit, a straight-up nude exotic dancer, so I've seen the grime and felt the slime from the slickest of 'em, big ballers and small-time wannabes alike, especially them cats over in the D. Y'all got some of the illest hustlers, no cap. I clocked that quick when I rolled through and chopped it up with some of y'all Detroit players. Some tried to spit their smoothest game, thinking they could bag me. But I peeped their hustle from a mile away. They stepped up, trying to get that rhythm going, looking for a vibe we could both ride. But I shut that shit down fast, sent 'em stepping with their tails tucked, humming them woe is me blues. Feel me? And don't get me started on them grimy-ass politicians and that fake-ass media, the ones who tried to smear my boy Charlie just to prop up wretched Gretch in Lansing and her clown-ass crew over there in the 313. Them fools across the river? Straight posers trying to hustle, but their game's weaker than a mug. Any real one, especially an ex-strip club vet like me, can see through their bullshit from what they done pulled, and my peoples, I'm tellin' ya, they some real. Straight up fucking vultures. And trust me, we got the fucking worst of those up here in Justin Trudeau's China Da La La Land. So MT friends, welcome to my morning show's studio. Yay, baby. Welcome to where the No BS News Hour meets Lou Gordon program mashup and where we don't sugarcoat shit. Today, I'm standing in front of this busted-ass shelter, supposed to be a lifeline for the homeless, right? Wrong. This joint's a damn money pit for the suits up top, and I'm here to peel back the grimy lid on this cesspool of corruption. Buckle up, Rust Belt warriors, 'cause you and me, baby, we're gonna be diving right into this shit together, right into the well you seeing now all's about. Got here in the casta. I'm gonna let you visualize something that's still on my mind, as I'm more the reserved, classy kind, a regular damn citizen these days. So to bring it to you all, what this visual you seeing is all about. Some fool just splattered Thunderbird wine all over my blouse by accident when I was having a memorial drink with him about those ghosts D and listening to his street war stories. By this time in that day of my drop in on Detroit, I'm sweating bullets under this Canadian Arctic fox fur. I'm rockin' so damn hot, I had to rip my blouse off and chuck it in a dumpster like yesterday's news. This whole mess kicked off 'cause one of them grimy hustlers, who knows my old man, caught me trying to mix a little drink session, toasting to some ghosts he told me to honor. I was out there in Woodmere dropping single roses on them graves. Dead folks rotting under that Detroit dirt, forgotten by most, and honestly nobody gives a rip. But then this fool, plus my blouse, now trashed with Thunderbird wine stains, and all this double-talking nonsense got me twisted. My old man piecing out on me just piled on the hurt and the heat, leaving me sad, mad, and ready to snap. By that point, fam, I was done. I lost it, ditched the blouse, and straight up didn't care no more. When I'm in that kind of mood, I turn into some wild, unhinged Elvira vibe. Rack out, no shame, and I couldn't care less who's peepin'. My head's about to blow, and I'm just trying to shake off this steam, you feel me? All this fire I got bottled up for these random clowns and bottom feeders. I'm this close to punting a can down the street. Same way I want to smack down a couple of these smooth-talking, fake-as-hell jokers. You catch my drift, baby? We'sa feel me, like right then and right there. I just need to unload this weight off my chest, for I roll up on one of these fools and let it all loose. Talkin' punks or their muscle-bound goons, whether it's out here on the streets or in some studio over on 9 Mile here in the D, ain't trying to catch a case and get my normally sweet little ass locked up, you know? See, here's the deal. Millions of your tax dollars, my tax dollars, hell, even old now dead and gone Eric May's damn tax dollars from down in Flint, they're supposed to be helping folks who ain't got a pot to piss in. Homeless assistance, food programs, job training, shit that's supposed to lift people up out of the gutter. But nah, these funds, they're getting sucked dry by a bunch of greedy-ass leeches in Lansing and right here in Motown. And who's running this shit show? Oh, you know the names. Gretchen Big Gretch Whitmer, Dana I'm Too Busy Nessel, Mike Duggan the Dugout Duggan, Dan Billionaire Slumlord Gilbert, and the whole damn Detroit City Council sitting on their asses like it's a fucking throne of lies. Well, folks, I'm out of Detroit now, and this here little half-French, half-English, dual American and Canadian citizens back in Ottawa, too, and assorted libtard pieces of shit we got in our government up here. Keep myself and my camera crew on the asses of the even worse woke piece of shit tyrants, con artists. We got in Ottawa, yeah. I'm at my desk again now. Well, I'm back across the river now in Justin Pinko Trudeau's Chinata, and am just a sitting here thinking my legs crossed, thinking, smirking, and just thinking on what the fuck else I need to say to you all. And baby, it's feeling like Amy. She's about to drop a real Lou Gordon or Charlie LeDuff style kind of one. Them old Gordon or LeDuff. Verbal takedown bombs on every damn single fucking one of them. As well as drop another few on a few assorted assholes in their stenographic media and political propaganda theater troupe, and their whole fucking lot of their court jesters, moronic sidekicks and supporters in Detroit's industry and business world, whom are so damn dumb that they became those corrupt vultures, colluding voter-donor base and dumb-bass moronic defenders of pure theft, lies, and malfeasance. Do you feel me, people? Papers scattered, a Detroit Tigers mug in handy, a me. Back in the studio now, y'all, and let's break this down. What I saw in the D down Rust Belt style. I dug into the numbers, and trust me, I ain't no accountant, but even I can smell the bullshit from a mile away. Latest scoop? Over $20 million in homeless assistance grants. Poof. Gone. Where'd it go? Not to the folks sleeping under the I-94 overpass, I'll tell you that much. Nah, it's padded the pockets of connected contractors, shady-ass nonprofits, and... get this, some of it's funneled right back to campaign funds for the bigwigs. It's a fucking merry-go-round of malfeasance, and we're the ones getting dizzy. She slams her hand on the desk. Let's talk about the players, 'cause I'm done with their crap. Governor Gretchen Whitmer, oh, she loves her photo ops, don't she? Fix the damn roads, she says, while the homeless are sleeping. On 'em, Gretch, you're so full of shit. Your eyes are brown, not green like mine, honey. Then there's Dana Nessel, our AG, acting like she's too busy chasing headlines to chase the real crooks. Dana, sweetie, you couldn't find justice even if it was nailed to your forehead, stapled to your hand, or Charlie slapped you right the fuck in the face with a statue of Lady Justice. Yayisa dum-dum poser. Even if Karen and Charlie slapped you with it right the fuck in front of you in your smug, lying, dumb fucking face, and you, Mr. fucking Mauer and wannabe Gov, are peeps, see ya as just a lying piece of shit, virtue signaling, photo op posing, and lining your doughboy's pockets. Yeah, you Mr. Pitch 'em out, Mike. Yeah, you Mr. Piece of Shit con artist, Mike Duggan. Yeah, you Mr. Mayor, you who's probably that other piece of shit clown across the river. Justin Pinko, Trudeau's private bridge scam. Poster boy. You can kiss Detroit's in my ass too, and pick this up as I lay it down and drop it in front of you. Fight. Ow, Mr. Wannabe Gov, or just fucking lying-ass loser. And a deluded fucking dreamer, if you think anyone with any brain cells left gonna vote for you 'cause they damn well know you're burying bodies and bucks in red tape while the city crumbles. Dan Gilbert, billionaire prick. Buildin'. Skyscrapers for yuppies while the poor get squat. And the Detroit City Council? Y'all are a pack of clowns too chicken shit to call out the grift. Negligence? Apathy? Lies? Bad acts? Bad acts? You're the whole damn bingo card. Here's the kicker, folks. I got a tip. Shout out to my boy Charlie LeDuff, who's been screaming about this on his last No BS drop on YouTube. Check it, 'cause he's got the receipts. City Hall's sitting on a report showing how these funds got misallocated. Fancy word for stolen, to shell companies tied to Duggan's cronies and Gilbert's empire. Meanwhile, shelters like the one I was at, they're falling apart, turning folks away 'cause the cash ain't there. Kids going hungry, vets dying on the street. All while these assholes sip cocktails at the fucking Renaissance Center. So what's the play, Detroit? We keep letting these fat cats screw us, or we start raising hell? I say we march down to Woodward, bang on some doors, and demand answers. 'Cause this ain't just about money. It's about lives. Real people, Rust Belt people, getting fucked over by a system that don't give a damn. I'm Amy Suzanne, and I'm pissed. Gretchen, Dana, Mike, Dan, Council, consider this your verbal smackdown. You're on notice, bitches. No BS, just facts. We're out. She winks at the camera, flips her hair, and the screen cuts to
Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, against the white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean, gangster white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, gangsta white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with a gangster lane. Ooh. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with a gangster lane. Ooh. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with a gangster lane. Ooh. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with a gangster lane. Ooh. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with a gangster lane. Ooh.